Hi everyone, welcome to Mexican Miniature. I'm your Mexican miniaturist, Leo. Behind me is my very first miniature house. I called it Casa de los Sueños. It was inspired by the architecture of Luis Barragan and is known as one of the fathers of modernist Mexican architecture. We'll be working on the kitchen today, which is right behind this sliding glass window. And I'll be showing you all the things that I've assembled and made that are going into the kitchen space. Let's take a look. I'm trying to do everything in 1/12 scale to include in this miniature all the things that you would find commonly in Mexican interior design. Painted walls, art and antiques, ceramics, wood, textiles, silver and copper, tiles, folk art. On the table, you'll see some of the design elements that also go into Mexican kitchens. Flowers and plants, those are items that you find throughout Mesoamerican art. Glassware, canisters with herbs and flour and cornmeal, ceramics, whisks, wooden spoons, a mortar and pestle, woven baskets, decorated with folk art, and in the basket there a bunch of glass maracas. Over on the left, you'll see my first attempt at making furniture, and found a series of boxes that I could sort of cobble together and make these cabinets. I've already started putting some of the items on there, and you'll see that it's already decorated with those little brooms, which are also you'll find hanging in homes throughout Mexico. I have a little string of chilies that I made by cutting some really thin plastic in my Cricut. This is one of the textiles that I'll be using in the kitchen, which is a rug that'll go underneath the table there. And how I made this was printing the fabric pattern out on this sticky Fabri-Solvi, and then when it comes out, it actually looks like a piece of fabric, which then you can stick onto a real piece of fabric or some cardstock. Over here on the left, you'll see the faucets that I made, and I made that with this thick wire, which I then spray painted copper, also made a drain underneath. The sink I made just with using one of these little plastic covers that you get on a card when you buy something at the hardware store. And what you do is spray paint the outside, and then it sort of looks like a ceramic, and you can use this as a sink. I made the doors from basswood, and it's really thin wood. So what you can do is for hinges, you use a paper clip, and you insert it in little holes that you drill at the top and bottom of each of these using one of these tiny little hand drills. You also then add holes in your cabinetry inside, both the top and the bottom. Make sure they all line up, and you have working doors. Put a little acrylic pieces in here to make these. Over on the right, you'll see a butcher block island, a stove, and a refrigerator. I bought all three of those pieces already assembled and bought them online. The refrigerator and stove are wood, and they were white. I spray painted this silver, that one blue to sort of match the cabinetry, and I used these cosmetic powders to sort of age them and make them look not brand new. Little scorch marks around the burners, so it looks like, he's an artist, he burns things. I also wanted to personalize the refrigerator. We have some Post-it notes, a calendar, and a child's drawing. All right, so those are all the items that are going to go into the kitchen. Oh, I also want to point out over here, you'll see all these little boxes of food, and you can find these printables online, and you just cut them out and make sure you fold all the little folds where they go, and then when you are done, you have a tiny little box. All right, so those are all the things that are going to go into the kitchen. Let's do that next. Well, thanks for dropping by and checking out my modernist Mexican miniature. Come back next time when I'll be taking on the living room. See you next time. Adios, amigos.